And dang. So I live life. This is a strange life. This is a strange life, and you can't. Your life is strange, all right? It's completely unique. The circumstances, everything that's happened to you, what you do, what you enjoy, how you feel about circumstances, how you feel about what you're doing, how you feel about the pictures that you see when you close your eyes. How, you know, it's all unique. You see, and I judge myself for judging myself. What's with that? Judging yourself for judging yourself. How? That's, and then you judge yourself for judging yourself for judging yourself. But there's nothing wrong with anything. There's nothing wrong with anything, I'm telling you. You put yourself in this perception just so you could explain to other people how there's nothing wrong with it. But you want to do something else? You want to do something else? Other than express yourself? I found out this is why people do things, do other things other than create things. It's because they don't have inspiration to create things. Or motivation to create things. Or they don't have the technologies, they have so many excuses. You know, they're stuck on their perception. But who's not stuck on their perception? And we're all stuck on our perception. You see what this is? Fire. And this is you. Look at that. You've got your head wide open. It's symbolic. Of course it's symbolic. What's not symbolic? It's all symbols. It's just whether or not you choose to look at the symbols. Whether or not you choose to let that entity in. To surrender to the desire. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you want to murder somebody? Is that what thought? This thought comes from someplace else. This thought comes from a crazy area. Oh, I just spilled the water. This thought goes off, it's from off the page. It's from the world of forms, the world of ideas, the astral realm. And all of it's nonsensical. But it's there for you to make sense of it. Because that's what you're doing here. You're making sense of energy, of the elements. What does it look like? What does it look like to you? Does it look familiar? That's because it is you. Does it remind you of anything? This is where you came from. The whole thought, the whole idea, the whole concept of who you are. Yourself. The world, the universe. This is what you are. And I place it all here. I place it here in this being right here. That's where that being comes from. And that being is a representation of all that. Of that mental, creative energy. The desire. You know. You're not attached to it. It's attached to you. It was drawn to you. Drawn to you. For some reason. For some reason it wanted to go into that hole right there. It wanted to whisper in the ear of the elephant. That's also a snake. And a dog. And of course, a face, a bird. You know, those are just the words that I choose to look at it. But how do you choose to look at it? You could be looking at it in any manner, from any direction. Why does the thought come from above? Maybe it comes from below. Maybe it wasn't even your thought. Maybe it was told to you by someone else. Do you see this? It's a mouth. It was told to you by another being similar to you. The whole idea of thoughts creating reality, of you being, and the idea of ideas owning you rather than you owning ideas, those are good ideas. Those ideas have possessed me. And you see this? The eyes of this entity is holding up a screen of your reality. Because your reality is based upon the ideas that you have consumed. The ideas that have been drawn to you. And they were drawn to you for a reason. So they could be channeled through you. So something could happen inside of there. Be channeled out. Be externalized. Anything in this realm, anything is an externalized idea. You know, and you're expanding. You're expanding on the ideas. More like, oh, and was I calling this you? Because this isn't you. This is you. This is what's within you. This is the art. This is the vehicle for the art to travel through. But you had to take this form first. I mean, second. First you were this. Now you're this. You go inside of there. And you are expressed. You're expressed out onto the page. And that becomes reality. Because whatever's written, it is what is written. It is whatever you say it is, whatever you believe it is. And you wrote all this down right here on this paper, this vehicle. Now you are on the paper. You are on the earth. You are in. You have accomplished, as an entity, as a being, you've accomplished the goal. The goal that is to put the soul inside and exist here in this world. Congratulations. I'm not really for it or against it. It's just how it goes. It's just what's going on here. I mean, it's freaky. Yeah. It's weird. Yeah. But all the thoughts happen for a reason. You know, it can be said. I was just saying this, you know, as like a pen, but it's also a mouth, lips. They all happen to be, they're all there to be expressed. And what if you don't have energy, whenever you don't have inspiration, you just haven't noticed the inspiration, possibly. Because the inspiration is always there. For me, I have too much inspiration. And for some reason, I think that I shouldn't always be making art. I shouldn't always be creating. I shouldn't always be channeling out my soul. I should always be filming. I should chill out. But, you know, who's that? Who's in the way? What forces? What forces are there trying? Are these counter beings trying to counteract the way that I interact with the act, with the play? They appear in the mind every day, and they say, shh, shh, don't think about that. No, they're trying to stop you. But what side is this vessel on? Am I on the side of everybody else? Or am I on the side of these guys? Wait. Everybody else likes these guys. It's that guy that is unsure. What do we blame this on? What do we blame the unsurety on? It's just the same thing that's always been going on. It's just the same eternal dance, the same eternal song. Desire, the root of all suffering. Ah! Ah! Wow. Whoa. Ooh. Yeah, but you know, there's just too many of them. That's all it is. Yeah. It's just too many ideas. Uh, yeah. But you know that could also be. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what side I'm on. I am on. Yeah, I do. Uh, sometimes. 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 I miss the bus a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, thought I was talking to them, but they didn't know that I was talking to myself. But whenever I began talking to them, I was also talking to myself. See, all this is just forgetting yourself, remembering yourself, understanding yourself, transforming yourself, just talking about yourself, just obsessing over yourself, obsessing over your emotions, obsessing over your persona, your personality, your reality, your expressions, your reflections. Which direction to take, as if, okay, so if you are the expressions you make, then that's what side you're on. For God's sake, for my sake, for our sake, for our sake, I will debate and sedate and relate. Always relate. Always relate. Always relate. But it's, who am I fighting? Who am I battling? Who am I battling? The grand ideas. The grand ideas. And then there's the not wanting to act on the ideas. You know, waiting till later. Yes. Okay. I'm going to in this.